Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Do you believe that you know what you are asking for, what you're wanting? Sort of. This is a more important question. Do you believe that you are in the vibrational vicinity of your own desire? That's the most important thing, isn't it? Because when you are in the vibrational vicinity, then that means there's no contradictory energy, because the vibration of your desire and the vibration of your belief are in the same place, and so nothing is slowing it down. So then you are experiencing a steady, comfortable, even exciting, certainly satisfying unfolding. And that really is what life is. Life causes you to identify your desires, and then by virtue of the vibration of that desire, you begin attracting the components to you. So the more you think about it, potentially, the more momentum your desire gathers until the vibrations turn to thoughts and the thoughts turn to things, and off you go. But if you are offering contradictory thoughts, such as, I want that, but I don't believe it, or I want that, but it hasn't happened yet, then you don't allow momentum to gather. And that's when you begin getting frustrated. That's why we say, do you think you know what you want? And do you believe that your belief is in the vicinity of your desire? Because when it is, then life is sweet. But if you don't believe what you want, then life isn't as much fun, is it? And so that's what we like to chew with you about. Do you know that you create your own reality? Do you know that you are offering a vibration all the time, and that the law of attraction is responding to it, so that you are gathering the cooperative components? But there's a better way of explaining it, and we're just going to do it briefly, and then we're going to get right into the specifics of what you want to talk about. When your life causes you to ask for something, it doesn't even have to be something that you can articulate. It just has to be something that you know you want. When life causes you to know what you don't want, in that same moment, life causes you to know what you do want, and other way around too. So when you know what you want, you emanate a vibration, and that vibration begins the attraction process. But there's a part of this that we think is really worthwhile emphasizing with you, and that is, you launch your rocket, and the non-physical part of you, who remains non-physically focused, it's the soul or source of you, your inner being is what we call that part of you, follows that rocket, focuses on it with no detraction or deviation from it, and holds the vibrational frequency of it. So the attraction toward your desire really is primarily happening because you gave it birth, because life helped you to do that, and then your inner being held steady on the subject of your desire. So all unseen and seen cooperative components are drawn to that desire that you gave birth to, that your inner being is tending to. All of the cooperative components are coming to it. It's just what the nature of this universe is. It's what law of attraction does. But the question that we really want to put to you, we want you to think about this all day, every day. Are you, in your physical human form, one of the cooperative components to your own desire? And the answer to that is usually no. The answer to that is usually, especially in the beginning, no, because I want it because I don't want this, and what I don't want is more active in my vibration. So when you give birth to most desires, you're not a vibrational match to your desire, but your inner being is. That's the promise your inner being made with you when the part of you came into this physical body, and the part that is your inner being remained in non-physical form. You said to each other, you said, I'll go stir it up and I'll come up with new ideas. And your inner being says, and I'll hold steady to every new desire that you give birth to until you find a way of being a vibrational match to it. And you said, that won't be any problem whatsoever because it will feel good when I think about what I want and it will feel bad when I think in opposition. And so we all shook hands and off you went, and you've not been keeping your promise very well. Oh, you're keeping a lot of it. You're stirring it up, and you're living the contrast, and you're giving birth to lots of desires. And those desires are active and alive and real. In fact, they're so real that we call them, they're in a vibrational reality. And that vibrational reality is so real, we've given it the name the vortex. It's this vibrational reality where all of your desires, including your inner being, are, and where law of attraction is gathering all of the cooperative components. So what a good basis and beginning. What a big, big, big thing your creations are, whether you come along for the ride or not. And when you're coming along for the ride or even turned in the direction of your desires, you feel wonderful. And when you're not so good. And that really is how creation is. We are eager to talk with you about whatever matters to you. And it is our desire today that you can come to a clearer understanding of how this all works, so that you can work with the laws of the universe, so that you can work in concert with your inner being who holds your desires so dearly and so steadily. Most of all, because life is supposed to feel good to you. You're supposed to be having a really good time. And when you are moving in the direction of your own creation, that's where satisfaction comes from. In fact, that's the only place that satisfaction comes from. When you are in sync with your inner being, you feel great. And when you are pulling in opposition, you don't feel so good. And that's why we're wanting to turn your attention toward the idea of satisfaction. When you move in the direction, in other words, when you say, I would like a new house, and your inner being says, we would like a new house. And the entire universe says, how can we help? And law of attraction says, we'll gather all of the cooperative components. And you say, I would like it to look like this. I would like it to feel like this. When I live in it, I would like to feel like this. So much information is contained in that brief statement because you've lived in a lot of houses. And you've lived a lot of knowing what you don't want and knowing what you do want. And so without you giving too much time or really attention to this subject, off you go. The new house is underway. In fact, it has been for quite a while. So then you complain about the house you've got because you want to justify the new house. And in doing so, you're not in the receiving mode, so nothing moves forward as far as you're concerned. You're sort of stalled out right away. But then let's say you decide you're going to meditate. You do it every day. For 15 or 20 minutes, you quiet your mind. You stop all thoughts, so you stop all resistant thought. And as you meditate, your vibration rises, and as your vibration rises, you become vibrationally equivalent with your inner being and your inner being's knowledge about your new house. And now you are in vibration alignment with your own desire. Now ideas begin to flow to you because you're in the receiving mode of what your inner being knows about this. And you find yourself collecting data. You're in the right place at the right time. Things just start falling into place for you. Ideas start flowing. And when they do, because you are in the receiving mode, it gives you life. It's life-giving to you. You feel exhilaration about it. It feels really good to you. While you're in the receiving mode and those ideas are streaming to you, you don't maybe realize it, but your vibrations are turning to thoughts, and your thoughts are turning to things. And you're standing on the brink, on the brink, on the brink, on the brink of the next, and the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. And that's all that is required for your new house to become a reality. Now, you may be thinking, what about the money? And your inner being is thinking, already got that covered. And then you're thinking, I don't see how that is. And then your inner being says, you don't need to see it, just know it. And you say, I need to see it to believe it. And your inner being says, that's your problem. You got to believe it and then you'll see it. And then you say, well, show me something. And your inner being says, now you're in doubt. This time is done. Now you're discouraged because you're living in that crappy house. Got yourself all jacked up about a new house and now can't even imagine being there. In fact, you're so disappointed that everything about your house is annoying you. Television isn't working today and neither is the air conditioning. In other words, one thing after another. So you sort of get the sense of what we're talking about. What we're asking of you is to accept some things that as physical humans who have been translating through your physical senses, who are accustomed to facing reality, it's not an easy thing for us to ask you to face your vibrational reality, to try to find the satisfaction of a reality that is in the making rather than a reality that is already made. And we also want you to hear that it's your attention to the reality that is already manifested that keeps you from allowing the reality that is in the making to come into your experience. So, you kind of got the hang of that, didn't you? You understand about law of attraction. But do you know that you create your own reality? Do you? We think you do. Do you know that law of attraction is always working? It's responding to whatever your thoughts are? We think you do. Do you think you have control of your thoughts? We don't think that you think you've got control of your thoughts. And the only reason is because you're more observant than you are carrying about feeling satisfied. So let's move forward. Let's talk about whatever you want to talk about. And we'll keep wedging our message in the crack. And it is our full expectation that by the time this time has passed and we've come to the conclusion here together, that you'll have an absolute understanding of how it is that you create your own reality. You'll know what to do and you'll feel a new eagerness about moving forward because it is so much easier than you have been letting it be. We enjoyed this entire day and there was a lot of movement of energy. Did you feel it? And you know things you didn't know before. And you're in a different vibrational place, which means your point of attraction has shifted. And your relationship with everyone on the planet is different now than it was before. And so just be easy about this. Don't go out and try to repeat what you heard. You won't remember most of it anyway. Just reach for as much satisfaction in thought as you can find and take it really, 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 really easy. Your vortex is so full of wonderful things, and you have guidance within you that is so extra active right now because you've been in the receiving mode off and on, but mostly on in the hours that we've been playing together today. So your ability to recognize that receiving mode or not, there'll be more keen awareness within you. So these are really good times. These are really good times. There's more contrast, which means there's more expansion. And now with this knowledge, there will be more keeping up with your expansion, which means there'll be more joy, which is what it's all about, yes? There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain joyously and stubbornly in your vortex.